The story begins with a boy named Pei, who is rushing to get to work. Pei is an average guy with a normal job he got after graduating from college, but he finds his boss to be toxic. He arrives at the train station just as the doors are about to close, charging in and making it on just in time. It's 1 minute until 9 o'clock, but Pei dashes through and manages to sign in at the last moment. The morning passes, and Pei starts thinking about what to order for lunch. He has to compare various discounts to get the best deal since he's broke. After eating his lunch, he starts playing a game to relax, but quickly switches to a different screen when he notices his boss. His boss watches from behind but doesn't catch him. Pei continues with his game, but his boss keeps trying to sneak up on him. At 6 p.m., Pei is the first to log off, eager to get home as soon as possible. However, his boss stops him, asking for a copy of his presentation. Pei notes that the deadline is a week away, but his boss insists on getting it today. Pei imagines telling his boss off, threatening to sue if he doesn't get his severance pay. But in reality, he agrees to work overtime to finish the presentation. Pei works until he's the last one in the office. When the light goes out, he suddenly gets a message from his friend. He accidentally drops his phone into the bin while trying to retrieve the message. As he picks it up, he sees a screen promising to reveal his fortune. Suddenly, a voice announces the activation of the fortune conversion system. His phone bursts with light, and countless talismans appear, circling around him. Pei gets sucked into the air and thrown into the bin, disappearing in the process. He wakes up to his friend Yang, telling him to get up for the dean's class because attendance will be taken. Confused, Pei looks around and realizes he's in his old college dorm, back to when he was a freshman. His roommates tell him to get up as they leave. Pei wonders what's going on and considers going to class, but remembers that the dean never actually took attendance. Another teacher, who acted friendly and said attendance didn't matter, ended up failing everyone who didn't attend. Pei thinks about how to get back to the future, but realizes this is his chance to change his life and avoid a dead-end job. Suddenly, he's about to fall, but the fortune conversion system activates. The system introduces itself as Richie and explains that it will give him a startup fund to help him get rich. Pei is given $50,000 to start with, and he immediately thinks about all the things he could buy. Richie, the system, explains that he will receive money at regular intervals, which he can use to run a company. Based on his profit-to-loss conversion rate, he can earn money for himself. Pei gets excited about the prospect of getting rich, but when Richie generates his profit-to-loss conversion rate, it doesn't go as expected. His loss ratio is higher than his profit rate, meaning losing money is more profitable for him. Pei is ecstatic, thinking it will be easier to lose money than to earn it, and celebrates his luck. Richie informs him that the next step is to register a company. Pei wonders what field he should enter, hoping to find a shortcut. However, Richie mentions a bunch of rules and restrictions, so Pei realizes he needs to have a legitimate company. He asks for some time to think and searches for ideas. Checking his phone, he realizes that the gaming industry would be perfect for losing money, since it's notoriously hard to become successful. He tells Richie his decision, but accidentally names his company something ridiculous. He doesn't care since he doesn't plan to be successful. Richie warns him that he can't tell anyone about the system, or else he will face punishment. Richie wishes him the best of luck, and a 14-day timer appears. Pei panics, wondering how he can develop a game in only 14 days. Yang returns to the dorm, and Pei asks him if it's possible to make a game in just 2 weeks. Yang says it's actually easy, revealing a platform filled with templates and resources that make it possible to create a game without knowing how to code. We see Pei in the library, looking over the platform. He realizes it's not the best, but thinks it's perfect for making a bad game. He spends $20,000 on a driving simulator template, $15,000 on background assets, and adds some other basic features, managing to spend all his money. He thinks about the gameplay and decides to make the most boring game possible. He creates an 8-hour-long course, believing players will hate it. He names the game The Lonely Desert Road and decides to sell it for only 1 yuan to ensure the lowest profit if anyone buys it.